Alright guys, welcome back to the Pikmin Let's Play. This is going to be our final day, so this is going to be the final official episode. We're still going to have maybe some smaller stuff we upload in between the episodes, but we'll see how that works out.
I miss you already, Olimar!
Yeah, no, it's fine. He'll be back in no time. So the first part of our day is going to be getting to the boss, and then the second half of the day is going to be killing him and getting the part back. That's pretty much all there is to it.
Oh god,
well,
it's the fucking music from Clue Fighters.
What?
The goo wall music.
Except this is actually enjoyable, so...
Look, I was clearly scarred by the music more than you two were. That's
Yes, obviously.
having had to edit and listen to it.
It was part of my childhood, so I listened to it plenty. So I know there are speed strats of getting through this a lot quicker. I think I only do one of them, so I'm not too concerned about getting this day done. I know I'm going to get it done all in one day. And actually, I didn't have to do any second takes of this day, so you're literally watching me do a hot take of today.
Ooh! So this is the one true run.
Yeah. Well, today and yesterday were both one day. Or like one recording.
Snap!
Yeah.
That doesn't make me any more invested in what I already said.
So I started throwing yellows up there, and then I realized halfway through that this is the Wii version, so I could actually throw them into the bomb rock area. I wouldn't normally be able to do that from that lower ledge.
Right.
So here's a dumb moment. I throw them from here, and then quickly forget that, of course... So I lost 2 bombs, because as soon as bombs touch water, they vanish, and one of the yellows drowned.
Jesus, Brady. Here's my hot take!
Yeah, that was my mistake, but... Pikmin will be lost today, it's okay.
It's never okay.
Excuse me.
Already, I was told this is going to be a no-death run.
I never promised that. I would never promise that. I've seen no-death runs, they're impressive, but I can't.
I actually also said the exact opposite of that right in the first episode.
Wait, what?
You directly said this is not a no-death run.
Oh, it was in the double negative?
Huh? Well, I mean, yes, technically. The point is, Myth is full of shit.
I'm like, especially after the 2, like, genocide days, the fact that I'm like, man, you said no death.
I like how Myth has
actually been facing the opposite direction this whole time.
I just like how he keeps labeling these, like, quote-unquote catastrophic events as catastrophic, when really it's just normal Pikmin play.
So what you're saying is Pikmin is a catastrophe.
It can be, but that's just part of it, so...
Look, that smoky prog, alright?
Yeah, no, I mean, the smoky prog was bad, but at least I didn't have to pull out another 100 to fight the smoky prog. Like, I didn't have to reload on Pikmin. That's a victory against the smoky prog.
I need a fresh clip!
So, goodbye, blues. We're not going to be using blues for the rest of the game, so... Well, I think I pulled them out to carry the part because I'm festive, but that's about it.
Festive?
Yeah,
like include everybody?
Yeah, get the equal amounts going and collect the part.
Festive's not the right word, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Well, to me it's festive. It's a celebration of getting the last part.
Yeah, okay, I guess that.
So...
Good save!
Yeah. I had a moment of where I was like, why didn't I fully pull out 100? And it's because blues were still going away, so... But as you can see, everyone's flowered, so this is going to be great. So, normally, you would have to take the reds over to that flame path and then charge them over. But
it's the Wii version.
Yeah, you can just throw them over this wall that you're not supposed to be able to throw them over.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
10 episodes in.
I understand. Pikmin is horseshit on the Wii version.
I mean, it breaks a couple of things, and that's just...
I don't know, you've been using it for, like, well over half of this run. Like, it seems like every other episode there's like, well, normally in the GameCube version, but also...
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I'm saying, like, it breaks a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying it doesn't.
Yeah, no,
So.
I'm playing with semantics because there's not a lot else happening at the moment for me.
So we're gonna fight this horrifying final boss. He actually has some interesting tactics to him.
Oh, it's an island!
Kind of.
How did you guess?
Well, because it's there.
Yeah.
Unless that wasn't it.
No, that's it. That's,
No, it's going to descend from the ceiling like Daddy Longlegs and just kill all the dudes.
Beady Longlegs, thank you very
Sorry.
much. You noob. So yeah, basically, I'm loading up on bomb rocks, but I'm not getting a huge amount of them. True story, when I played this game as a kid, I would fight this guy completely differently, where I would get 100 yellows and bomb almost all of them up, like get them all carrying bombs.
Oh my god!
And then I would just leave them in front of the boss all at once, and then wake the boss up, because you're gonna see what he does pretty quickly. So my tactic here is get 3 rocks, leave the yellows there.
That probably didn't need a sound effect.
I don't really understand how... So, like, whenever I've seen people play this guy, they leave the 3 yellows and then call them back, and they leave their bombs there unexploded.
Right.
And then he licks up the bombs, and you don't lose any yellows. And that's what I was hoping to do. But once the yellows were like, we're not going to drop our bombs, I was like, well, the yellows have to be sacrificed,
right.
So... Bye, yellows.
Is our sound fucked right now?
Maybe? So he licks up a bomb, and then he's stunned for a little while, and you basically just have to throw as many Pikmin on his face as you can.
Right.
And then immediately pull out of the area. And the music changes whenever you leave, and it's kind of awkward.
That's kind of off, yeah.
One thing Brady is messing up with this, at least for the first few rounds, is he's throwing his reds right as the yellows are exploding, so the explosion is catching some of his reds.
But at the same time, I want to get as much damage on him while he's dazed as he can, so I don't mind losing a couple of Pikmin as long as they're damaging him, which they are. And another thing to note is every time he undazes from a bomb shock, he is dazed less the next time he takes bombs to the face.
Okay.
But once he gets down below half health, he has, like, a desperation move.
Ooh.
Oh, by the way, this is the Emperor Ballbacks. He's obviously a Bulborb, but yeah, he's massive. I'm trying to think if there's anything... Oh, so there's something weird that happens between Pikmin 1 and 2. They make Emperor Ballbacks a slightly common enemy in one of the caverns in 2, and he's tiny. Like, they make him tiny. And it's very confusing. But here we see his desperation move. He jumps way the fuck up and then destroys everything underneath him. And I will lose Pikmin to that eventually, because I only have the 1 bomb rock left, and I just don't want to waste time getting more bomb rocks because I need to get the part home. So, unfortunately, we're going to see some deaths going on.
Well, I mean, more than we already have.
Yeah. So there, I have to let him keep jumping until he starts drooling, and that's when he's going to do his tongue attack again. But for some reason, he kind of glitches out and doesn't do it, and then I have to do the whole jumping cycle all over again.
Great.
Like, he gets hungry, and I throw the yellow Pikmin down, but then he's like, nah, I don't want this. And he leaves it.
Change my mind.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, well, keep jumping, dude.
He has such impressive jowls. Or is that a beard? Like a chin strap?
It's jowls. But yeah, see, like, he was drooling there, and then he ignored the yellow, so I think the yellow was just too close to him, so he walks over it.
Possible.
But it's really, really frustrating when you're on a time cycle.
Well, in the meantime,
yeah.
Is there any, like, extra trivia for the guy, or...?
I'm pretty sure I covered everything about him, but I will check and see if
The Monster Manual!
Piklopedia has any more information on it.
That better be what the wiki's called.
It is.
In Pikmin 2, it's called the Piklopedia.
The Wikipedia site.
Oh. Probably, actually, I wouldn't be surprised. Unfortunately, no, it doesn't look like...
Oculus Supremus.
Yeah. Apparently, when we found him, and it was just like the little nub of swamp sticking out.
The eyes, yeah.
That's him, quote-unquote, hunting. That's how he hunts. I don't know. I can't explain it, but that's it.
Then Brady doesn't even watch the death animation. He's like, fuck it, I'm out.
He falls into the ground.
I super like that he doesn't make any sounds, apparently. Like, he comes out and has, like, a roaring pose.
Yeah.
Doesn't actually, like, make any...
There is a noise, but it's definitely not as noticeable in the Wii version. So I think it's...
probably balanced for the Wii mode.
Yeah.
Kind of a downer, but that's fine.
Yay, so here's my collection.
You've successfully murdered.
I did it.
So I imagine now, like, you have to go past the general area where he was at to get the final part.
No, you actually saw the final part. It's right there. It's that pink thing right there.
Oh, he was holding it?
Yeah.
Yes, it was inside of him.
What, is this a required part?
No.
Really?
Yes, this is the final part, and it's not required.
Oh, it's even called secret.
Yes, it's a piggy bank.
Now I leave this planet without any regrets.
I think it has his kid's college fund in it, if I remember. I don't remember where I got that information from, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
That might just be you projecting.
It's 40 to carry it in the US version, but it was like 85 or 90 Japanese version.
Yeah, so this was the heaviest part in the Japanese version.
Right. I mean, honestly, with how much you stockpiled, it almost seems unnecessary to change that.
Yeah.
Because it's basically just like, here's a straight line.
It's mostly just like if you're running out of time.
Yeah, I think I think they figured most American players were going to be killing the boss right at the end of the day and weren't going to have a whole lot surviving.
I'm insulted.
Yeah. So he drops a bunch of 5s. There's no reason to pick them up because as soon as the part hits your ship, that's end of day.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no waiting.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, because it's the last part.
Well, like, I guess if you wanted to go for like a new high score or something, but it doesn't really seem like that type of game.
Yeah.
Which is weird, actually, because there's like all the growth charts and everything, so I guess it kind of does seem like that kind of game. Oh, you did it!
Yay!
Brady, I've never been more proud of you.
Yay!
That's...
So apparently, right before Olimar went on this delivery trip, his wife actually made him pick carrot stew.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually find out that pick carrots are red, yellow, and blue. Like, they're not orange carrots, they're actually colored like Pikmin. It's the weirdest thing, but...
Should I be worried?
That's an interesting bit of information. This is also something we don't discover until Pikmin 3, but Hocatates only eat vegetables. Whereas the captains from that game, which unfortunately I can't remember their planet, they only eat fruit. And they kind of have this
different species.
Yeah, they're different species, and they actually have this weird dialogue of like, I heard they like to eat vegetables on Hocatate. How weird is that? And it's just like this weird, like, why is that the thing that defines the difference?
Now we know how to kill.
Yeah. So here's the cool thing.
Olimar.
This is going to start kind of the discussion once we head into Pikmin 2 of what the impact of Olimar has had on the Pikmin as a species. Because at the start of the game, they were very secluded. They like hid themselves. You know, their onions were inactive.
Right.
And just being around Olimar and helping him collect these parts have shown them how to actively hunt larger creatures than themselves.
We have hordes of lead on rolling the ground.
Yeah, you guys laugh about this, but like as we get into Pikmin 2, you're going to see the Pikmin are actually socially evolving to be more than just plant things that hide away. You know, like they are actively hunting and propagating their species, and it's especially noticeable in 3, but it's kind of a hidden Easter egg, which I will point out when we get there.
When the time comes.
Yeah.
That's cool, though. I kind of like that, actually.
Yeah. So this is the quote-unquote perfect ending, because we got all of the parts, and the difference is when Olimar lifted off, there were all the colors of onions flying after him.
Oh.
So there's like cyan and brown and green. Oh. They're colors that you've never seen, and the funny thing is none of those colors have ever been used as any of the species that do show up. So we've never seen any...
So what you're saying is Pikmin 4 is going to be fucking nuts.
Right. It's actually kind of the annoying thing. Oh, okay, so here's all of the parts Everything in yellow is required to get off the planet.
Right.
Everything in blue is not required. So
And you need like
The massage machine
29
isn't
in order to
required?
get
yeah, and it's
to
like part of the hall. Like the massage machine's like a huge chunk of the hall.
It's
so-
not required.
but it's not required.
That's what,
Yeah.
I would say.
It's
Wow.
yeah, it's funny.
The joke is that, what the fuck do you mean massages aren't required, you piece of shit?
Olimar needs a loose back. Okay, he's tucking things over his shoulder all day. It's terrible.
That helmet's gotta be bad for him.
Oh yeah.
It's a real thing.
Um,
This is an unusual eclipse.
it's like full of names, man. Full of names. Oh, so here's the fun thing.
Mhm.
NOA product testing is listed in this game.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's listed pretty high up.
So
Wow.
yeah.
Kind of a shame that changed. I wonder how many names I'll recognize.
I'm pretty sure it's the higher ups though, because it's like Hudson, Holderman. I thought.
Oh, well, no, they're usually listed.
Are they?
Yeah,
Okay,
like, if
I-
it's the higher... I thought you were talking... Jesus, no, never mind.
Well, I mean, it felt
I'm
like
not excited anymore.
It felt like it was more than just the project lead and the assistant.
It's usually pretty sizable. I mean, it does vary game to game, but... No, I thought you meant, like, the testing staff.
Right,
Holy
right.
shit.
So
Although it's definitely way higher than it normally is.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Oh, we need to LP some of the games that our names actually appear in the credits in.
So nothing, then?
Yeah, nothing.
Shadow of Mordor.
Shadow of Mordor would be the only one.
I could do Halo Wars, guys.
Of course you could.
I was gonna say there's none I could talk about and do.
Oh god, that's right.
Yeah,
Damn
so
it, Brady.
that's not fair.
Get a different job.
All right.
For like the duration of a Let's Play, get
Yeah, okay.
a different job so you can talk about this
I
shit.
could do projects.
Wait,
Hey.
if my name shows up in the player's guide, does that count?
Fuck it, sure.
Okay.
We'll just take a
So-
screenshot of it.
You know, actually,
Next LP, we're doing Paper Mario Sticker Star. See you guys there.
that actually sounds like a pretty fun time. I would like to see that.
We need
What?
a capture device for
I
it,
don't
though.
care.
Okay.
So mean.
God.
Oh, but what I was going to say is just on that note, I actually sent an email to Moby Games forever ago, and it was basically like, hey, so we worked in such and such positions, and they don't credit, because, you know, great. And I was wondering if there was any way where we could, like, submit that information for our, you know, internal resumes.
Right.
And they actually shot back a message saying, like, yeah, that's the thing we're planning on.
So here we go. I love enemy roll calls in games. They haven't done them in forever.
Yeah.
Pikmin has it. Sadly, I don't think any of the other Pikmins have it, but this one does. So just fun little snippets about each thing. You guys can you guys can pause it and read that sweet, sweet low definition text.
It's actually pretty decently legible.
I think it's like the farther back you are. Yeah, it gets better the farther back you are. So if you're on a computer screen, lean back a little
mind
bit.
that we're watching quarter resolution.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Like plebs.
Yeah. So Candy Pop Bubs.
Candy Pop Buds are listed as enemies?
It technically kills the Pikmin.
It when you throw Pikmin in there, it makes death noises. So. So if you guys liked this Let's Play, it's probably going to be a while before we do Pikmin 2. But if we get a positive response to this and we need some filler episodes between our bigger stuff, I'd be willing to do live recordings of challenge mode days, where I wouldn't know anything about the layout of what's changed in challenge mode, but we can do it as a fan response kind of a thing if this does well.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Bull Blacks.
Grub Dog.
Those in-game models for those just look awful, especially around the eyes.
I think they're kind of supposed to look awful.
Yeah, those are the artificial creatures that I was talking about.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, they're gross.
he flies by his antennas. They used to have vestigial wings that weren't big enough for them to fly, so they overdeveloped their antennas to fly.
You know.
As you do.
Yeah. My wings weren't good enough, so I used my ears.
Yeah. So, interesting thing is,
Oh, there they are.
yeah, there's like a whole herd of them. They're gorgeous. They're very pretty little creatures. So most of this footage is from the beta, so you're gonna see ship parts where they shouldn't be. Like there's the... is that the Wondrous Nut back there? Wondrous Bolt?
I think so.
Wonder Nut.
Wonder Nut.
Wonder Nut.
Hey, there's that guy we haven't
Spoilers!
seen yet. Yeah, holy cow. Look away, everyone. Mamuda!
Huh. Interesting. What else you gotta say, Brady? There's still a lot of time left.
Oh, jeez.
A whole 2 minutes to go, Brady.
Oh,
Almost 3.
Alright, well, again, thank you guys for letting me do this Let's Play on the channel, and I know I'm part of the channel and it's not like a huge deal or anything, but like doing Pikmin is a very big thing for me, because it's a series I hold very close to my heart.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to see how our fans respond to it, and hopefully it's positive. If not, we'll just cancel the rest of the games and I'll cry in my bedroom forever.
We have fans?
We do. We got fan art the other day of the Dicular region.
I saw that.
Yeah, it was pretty great. So, yeah, it was definitely a blast.
Date that, I guess?
Yeah, let's date
For
that.
like the 3 people in the thread that'll catch that specific
Yeah,
one.
right.
Well, hey, they stuck around since X. Hopefully they'll...
You don't know that yet. Maybe the final episode of Clue Finders
Oh,
was the
God.
Great Awakening and everybody left or something.
He's back. Jesus. Yeah, so let me think. Pikmin 2 came out 2 or 3 years later?
I think so, so that's when we'll do the LP.
Yeah, it sounds we're gonna line them up, so that means Pikmin 3 is gonna be like almost a decade after.
Are you going to do the new one for the 3DS at some point if you get the device?
I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna play it, and if it's something that I actually enjoy, I wouldn't mind doing like maybe a one-off episode. I doubt it's gonna be something that's worth doing the entire series on, but we'll see.
Geez, start on the bus one, don't you?
Well, no, I'm gonna give it a shot, and if it's good, we'll do it, and if it's not good, we'll
You
do
didn't
it.
talk about the Wog Poles. It's not a complete LP.
We didn't really see them.
I saw them. I was even gonna
We
ask.
did see them, but they didn't do...
They're baby those things.
Oh.
And the funny thing is when they turn into Wollywogs, they lose their ability to swim. So, like, they're completely incapable of swimming.
Alright.
Killing Volleyball. Assholes.
I'm digging this music right now.
It's pretty solid.
It's pretty
It
awesome.
sort of reminds me of, like, the Inazuma 11 sort of trailer music, I guess. Like,
A little
lots
bit.
of whistles.
So, the
Oh,
happy end. We did it.
Is that like another 100% thing?
Yeah, that if otherwise
like
it
that.
just says the end, and I
Anyway.
think the Pikmin are gone. So, thank you guys so much for watching through this franchise. I have no idea what the next thing we're going to be doing, so just keep watching our channel. Bye.
Thanks for watching, everybody.